So let me start off by saying that yes, I am disappointed in Obama's presidency. I was hoping that he would have had the intestinal fortitude to stand up for the issues he campaigned on, such as banking reform and healthcare reform. But apparently he doesn't want to rock the boat. And for the banking industry, he appointed industry insiders, Geithner and Bernanke, and nothing has changed. All the moral hazards that created the first crash are still in place. The big banks are still willing to take those risks because there's no downside. They gamble, and heads they win and tails we lose. They make a fortune up until the point that the market crashes, and then we're stuck with the wreckage. Okay, all those moral hazards are still in place. Nothing's been done to change that, and I blame Obama for not rocking the boat in the banking industry when he should have. That's what he campaigned on. Healthcare reform, he gave up the public option way too easily. He was not in there fighting. I think, not wanting to rock the boat and wanting to make friends and be bipartisan, and this is part of his ideal of being this brotherhood. Okay, well, you can't be friends with people when you're fighting for issues you believe in. Okay? He should have been fighting for the issues rather than trying to make nice with Republicans, because he accomplished neither. All right? So, I think in that way, I am disappointed with his presidency. I think he's articulate. I think he's smart. I think he's far more intelligent than Bush, who was just dumb. Bush was just dumb. He's a dummy. Obama at least is articulate, smart, intelligent, but I don't think he's willing to rock the boat, and I think he should have. I think he should have fought harder for the issues he campaigned on. Maybe it's not too late. That remains to be seen. Would I have voted for a Republican when hell freezes over? I complain sometimes that Republicans are not willing to rock the boat or lack the intestinal fortitude to stand up against powerful interests. Well, Republicans are those powerful interests. Republicans are a revolving door. It's a career path. Republicans go back and forth between business and government, lobbying and Congress, and for them it's a career. It's just a series of career moves. Okay? It's they have absolutely no qualms about lobbyists. They think lobbyists are there as part of their career. They see it as what government is there for. They've got no qualms about it whatsoever. For them, it's a career path. Bouncing between government and lobbying is a career for a Republican. And they're completely shameless when it comes to that. All right? A Democrat at least has the opposition to that, will speak in opposition to that. And there are Democrats who do practice what they preach. Obama has not been as courageous as I would have liked him to be, especially with the banking, but I've already covered that. McCain and Palin, absolutely not. McCain has rolled over repeatedly for powerful interests. AT&T, for example, trying to get rid of network neutrality, which is just caving in to the telecom industry. McCain has demonstrated what I've been talking about all along, this incestuous relationship between lobbyists and Congress. Okay, and Republicans have got absolutely no qualms about that. Palin is even worse. Palin is doing it for her career. It's on a career path. She is uneducated. She's dumb. All right? But she's found a career path, and she's taking it. She's an opportunist. And the people who are stupid enough to watch her on Fox News and pay her a gazillion dollars to be a Fox News analyst, you're suckers. She has no education. She doesn't have the foggiest idea of what she's talking about. She's got no understanding of the issues. And she's just stupid. She's absolutely dumb. It's an insult to listen to her speak. But anyways, would I vote for a third party? Not Ron Paul. I'm not libertarian. I think um, his approach is to turn back the clock back to the good old days. Well, the good old days, frankly, sucked. There was abject poverty in this country. We don't want to go there. The good old days were not so good. Okay, turning back the clock on the country is not going to work. I believe that we need progressive policies, okay, and I am a progressive. I believe the government has a role to play, and that the government should play that role. I think one of the biggest problems in government right now is corruption, and the Republicans are a huge part of that problem, okay, but I think there's structural problems that are creating the corruption and the ease with which corrupt people can rise to power within these parties. I think that the winner take all with the elections is one contributing factor. I think we need to have something like instant runoffs or something where we can introduce more parties into the political process and people can vote their conscience, vote for who they agree with without having to worry that they're wasting their vote, that they're, that they're voting for someone who doesn't stand a chance anyways, okay? I think instant runoffs are a good way of doing it, okay? I think that the amount of money that's involved in campaigning is scandalous. The amount of fundraising that candidates have to do is money is always on their mind. Campaign funds, this constant barrage of ads and campaigning for money, and it detracts from the issues. It detracts from the issues and makes it that much easier for lobbyists to hold sway, all right? Because you need money to fight against the negative campaigning, all right? You need the money to combat the smear campaigns that the right will throw at you, okay? And that's the biggest problem with politics right now. The fact that there's so much negative campaigning because it's only a two-party system, and the fact that you need so much money to wage that kind of conflict, It's just, so those are, I would want to see those things fixed first before I would consider voting for a third party candidate, okay? Maybe, there's local third party and maybe we start locally, But that's the state of the country. That's the state the country's in right now. I would never vote for a Republican, ever, okay? And I vote for Democrats knowing that it's going to be difficult for them to stand up for the issues that they campaign on. But at least they campaign on those issues. And they do stand up for some things, like Obama standing up for network neutrality. The Republicans would just roll over completely for all that stuff. They would just grant every wish to corporate America if they had power. That's what they would do immediately. So I would never vote for Republicans, but I would like to see third parties be more viable in our political system. That's all I'm going to say for now. So thanks for watching. Bye.